Today's soldiers, Kevlar. World War I soldiers, Kipling.
Mark, what are we looking at today?
This book actually saved a man's life.
And how did it do that?
This was in the pocket of a soldier in Verdun in World War I, Maurice Hamonneau. It's the French edition of Rudyard Kipling's Kim. He was shot in battle, in fact, one of the few of the Foreign Legion to survive, because a bullet pierced through his left pocket and all but 20 pages of the edition of Kim. The book stopped the bullet and saved Hamonneau's life.
This is a story that seems almost too good to believe.
It gets even better. Hamonneau wrote to Kipling and sent him the copy of Kim, but in addition also sent him the medal that he won for that battle, the Croix de Guerre.
That is absolutely amazing. Can I pick up this book?
It's very fragile. You'll want to hold it carefully.
Very carefully.
It needs to cup it.
All right.
There you go.
So this was a soldier in the French Foreign Legion.
Yes.
He went to battle with Rudyard Kipling's Kim in his breast pocket.
Yes.
And a bullet pierced the pocket and pierced the book right here.
All but 20 pages, he says.
Thank God Kipling had so much to say.
Well, it becomes
20 less pages and that would have been the end of the
Exactly, exactly. And it becomes a very poignant story. Kipling insists that if Hamonneau ever has a son, that he will return all of these objects to Hamonneau. And in fact, that's exactly what happens. Kipling vows to return the book to the young John at the right time. And indeed he does, with a completely charming letter. And this is it. My dear little John, when you're old enough to listen, instead of being listened to, your papa will tell you of a very ancient war which took part, and how he was saved from being killed by a bullet, which was turned away from his heart by hitting against a book of mine. And then has a very funny moment in which he gives the young boy some advice. You should always go to battle carrying a book in your left pocket. Such books should never be less than 350 pages. And then goes on to say, and it is the first importance that the book should always be in the pocket, the left breast pocket whenever possible.
When it went to the son of the soldier whose life was saved, what's the story? How did it go from him to the Library of Congress?
It stayed with Jean Hamonneau until very late in life, and then it was eventually went to auction. And a very famous collector picked it up, and then that collector donated his entire Kipling collection to the Library of Congress.
It's also worth noting, I think, that not only did the bullet just miss by 20 pages, but it also missed by about a half an inch.
Yes, it was very well placed. Kipling couldn't have written a better story than this, actually.
Amazing.
I'm Mark Demunation, Chief of the Rare Book and Special Collections Division here at the Library of Congress.